What's good, everyone? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor. We back again here in the broadcast room. You know what I'm saying? About to do one from Just Pearly Things, on her clip channel, Real Talk. And we about to see what these young ladies are here talking about. These young ladies and these young men. Let's see what they're talking about. Let's go.
But I feel women settle all the time.
Why do you think women would go to clubs?
Do women settle, or do they get what they can get? Like
to me, that's the same thing.
Yeah, but I'm saying
I'm not getting what I want.
Yeah.
I'm getting what I can get, so it's a settle to me.
Right, but I wouldn't say you're settling if you go to the store and you're worth $5 and you're bought for $5. you might have seen a $10 product at some point.
I think it's like imagine if you're gonna go to uni and you're like, oh, this is no disrespect for anyone here, but it's like, oh, I'm going to Reading Uni, like I'm settling for Reading, I want to go to Oxford. It's like, okay, well, did you get into Oxford? No. Well, then you didn't settle for Reading. That was the best choice for you, because we're all selfish by design.
And this is what happened.
Right. We all are selfish to a degree. I don't disagree with that. I love to keep that honest. It is what it is. We all are selfish to a degree, but we also need to understand the level of selfishness that you need to allow your dumbass brain to go to. It's levels to this shit. If you know that you're not a Ivy League college student, then it's no way that you're going to get into a Ivy League college. Settle for community. And it's not settling, that's just the level that you're fucking on. Accept it. Deal with it. And there's nothing wrong with that as well. Everybody wants to deal with this ideology of shooting for the damn stars and we're shooting for the sun. But I put it like this: everybody wants to try to shoot for the sun. But at the end of the day, though, you may just be a fucking star. And if you follow what I just said, it's a big ass difference between being the sun and a fucking star. Everybody's shooting for the sun. We all talk about we shoot for the star. No. The brightest fucking goddamn light in the sky is the sun, not the stars. Dumbasses. Everybody's trying to shoot to be the sun when you're only just a fucking star at night. Let's go.
When the man, that's a 10, bangs a girl, that's a 3. Then you call us deluded because we think we can get a man that's a 10.
I agree. Cognitive dissonance.
It's not.
But it's because women, we're not honest with each other. Like you know when your friend's sleeping out of her league. You know damn well, but nobody tells her.
You know what it is? It's not. I don't think it's the sleeping with the 10 and whatever. I feel like with us girls, sometimes we get a little bit carried away, and we're not realistic. You may be sleeping with a guy who's a 10, but is he treating you like a 10? Treating you like a 10 and sleeping with you like a 10 or 3 or whatever you are is two different things. How they treat you is a whole.
Listen, I understand what she's trying to say. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? A 10 is not going to treat you like a 10. Okay? If he's a 10 and you're a 3 as a woman, first of all, you know what I'm saying? Like Just Pearly said, you know what I'm saying? Basically what she said, a lot of these girls don't even know that they're fucking 3s or 4s or 5s or even 6s and shit like that. They don't even know that they're in that basic range. They don't even know that they're basic human beings. They don't know that. And then especially if a man comes along that's, this high guy, and, all this and that. He's the sun, you're the stars. Okay? The sun is one big ball of energy. a super ball of energy, but the stars are plenty. Can you dig it? So if you a fucking star and he's the sun and he comes to sleep with you, and at the end of the day, you know, now you're thinking that you're worthy of the sun. No, you just had a piece of the sun. Because a star can't sit amongst the sun very long. That's the reason why those guys don't stick around long, because they're the sun, you're a star, you will burn the fuck out. That's the reason why so many women have the damn problems that they have, because you will burn the fuck out amongst a sun. A sun has a brighter light than you, and it will burn you out. Let's go.
Another ball game.
Yeah. I think women kind of like men that don't treat them well, though.
I don't think it's
like,
they lie.
like,
It's the hope that they will
just,
change.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if we really hated toxic men, why do we all have a toxic ex?
Because we're traumatized.
What? No, but I'm saying, but why would you date him? Like, I mean, as
you're living out your trauma, basically.
You're
okay. Until you realize that you're in the situation.
Until you kind of heal yourself.
So you're a feminist, yeah. This is the.
Okay, you're living out your trauma. See, this goes back to having the proper two-parent household. I mean, with the children growing up in a two-parent household. This is the difference between my thinking and a lot of other individuals' thinking. I grew up in a two-parent balanced household. Really more than two parents, because I had both sets of grandparents and my parents. So I grew up in the real traditional household. You know, even though I went out and made my dumbass mistakes, I rebelled. That was my fault. You see what I'm saying? It's a difference. That's the reason why I can take accountability for my situation. You know what I'm saying? Having my child out of wedlock. Because I went out and rebelled against that, which what I was taught. Because I grew up in a traditional setting where you had the community, you had both sets of grandparents, your parents. That's how it's supposed to be. But, you know, at the end of the day, yeah, a lot of people didn't grow up like that. And I understand that. But that's the whole part of the thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Accountability thing.
Oh my God.
He just made it obvious. It's like, this guy gave me trauma. You picked him.
No. I'm not talking about
sex.
men. See, I'm not even talking about men. I'm talking about like experiences in your life, like with your parents. You know, like we are literally walking trauma bombs.
Wouldn't you say it's just an excuse for poor decisions?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes.
Okay.
See, this is something else that you individuals need to understand in life. Things are going to happen in life. Life is life. You cannot sit there and internalize every single little inch of minuscule or little thing that you go through, even from a child. You can't sit there and internalize all that shit. And then go out in the world talking about, well, just been traumatized. Oh, I didn't get my pony when I was 5. So I'm traumatized. Oh, I didn't get my basketball when I was 6 and it just destroyed me. No. The hell? And I'm not saying that's the case for every single body, because some people do go through actual terrorizing situations growing up as children. Don't get me wrong. Some people do. I'm just being honest with this shit now. You know what I'm saying? Some people do go through actual traumatizing, terrorizing situations. But you know what I'm saying? As an adult, you need to get the proper counseling and the proper therapy for that type of situation, you know, and to better yourself, you know, and that's just reality.
Okay, what would you call it?
Oh Lord, here we go again. My bad. But fuck that shit, goddamn it. Y'all see it. I ain't got YouTube
I would say
Prime.
we're just walking trauma bombs. And we have to do the work to heal ourselves so that we don't repeat the patterns, right? The thing is, I always say to my friends, look, if you're in a toxic relationship, right, and you experience the same thing, right? Another guy comes along, again, toxic relationship. Who's the common denominator in this situation? You. So you're the problem. Mm-hmm. So fix yourself and then go get the thing you want.
Or maybe, but
what I'm not getting is before we had internet, before we even had TV in society, before we had all these things, those people, 60, 70, 80, 100 years ago and plus, they went through so much trauma growing up from childhood to adults, but they were still able to get married and have long marriages and things like this, and decent relationships with other human beings in the world. And and they had traumas too. See, my problem is everybody nowadays with this victim shit, some shit you just need to fucking let go. And this is what's not being taught in families anymore. Some shit you just need to let go. Just let the shit go. Let the shit go. It happened. It is what the fuck it is. Let it go. I don't understand how people can hold on to so much for so long. I mean, a couple of years, okay, but Jesus, some shit you just can't hold on the rest of your damn life. I'm not getting it. How are these people throughout history went through so much trauma, the Black Plague, all this other type of stuff that these individuals, our ancestors, went through for so much? And because I call them our ancestors, because at the end of the day, we would not be alive if those people hadn't survived all that trauma. So what the fuck are you talking about? The mass amount of people did not survive the Black Plague in the 13th century. You know what I'm saying? And we're in the 1300s. What do you mean? Those people actually went through real serious ass trauma. Way more serious shit than, you subject to wake up with boils on your skin, with boils on your tongue, or whatever if you got in touch with the wrong people. What do you mean? Your little petty ass traumas. Because you didn't get your bicycle when you was 5. What the fuck? You're not making no logical sense, man. I'm not saying people don't go through shit. Don't get it wrong. But Jesus Christ, these people throughout ancient history, and I'm a history buff. Aced history in school. I'm a history buff. Those people went through serious, real life shit. And everybody nowadays wants to bring up little petty situations. Some have more serious situations than others, but a lot of people have more petty situations growing up than most. And y'all holding on to all this trauma and shit like it's something serious. Go through the Black Plague and then, goddammit, talk to me. Go through starvation and famine and then talk to me. Go through the Dust Bowl and then talk to me. Go through before then. Go through what the Crusades and then talk to me. Man, Jesus Christ! It's so much has happened in history to human beings that really had so much trauma on human beings, to nowadays we live in such a peaceful time, and y'all want to talk about trauma? You want to talk about go through real trauma like our ancestors did throughout the history of the world. Before technology and the industrial age made all this shit sweet. Go through real trauma. And then talk to me. Jesus Christ, man. Y'all living in a world nowadays of Candyland and lollipops. And y'all want to talk about trauma all the damn time. Grow the fuck up. Let some shit go. Some shit you just ain't gonna be able to resolve. Let it go. Let it go. Grow the hell up.
But maybe she's toxic.
Damn.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, a lot of times girls will say, oh, like they blame it on the guys, like, oh, all the guys are toxic.
True.
And or they'll say something like, oh, it's my ability to pick, but it's like,
And they go for both men and women. Just grow the fuck up. Human up. I ain't gonna say man up or woman up. I'm gonna say human up. Human the fuck up. Life on this planet ain't never gonna be sweet. And that's something that you motherfuckers need to start understanding. Life on this planet is never gonna be sweet. Human the fuck up.
is it your ability to pick, or are you toxic? Do you have toxic traits?
This is what I'm saying. Yeah, a lot of women are toxic.
But
Very
I don't even think most girls are even saying that to their friends. And this is what I mean about don't take advice from women, because a girl will do something in a relationship. Well, there's always two sides to the story. And she'll go to a girl and say, look, he's doing this, that, and the third, ignoring everything that she's doing. And her friend will say, well, you know, men are like this and blah, 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 blah. What?
Right. You know what I'm saying? Just like Kevin Samuels said, single women keep women single. Women keep women toxic. Toxic thinking, toxic movement, toxic lives. Like the old school saying, crabs in a barrel. What was the other one? Misery loves company. Yes. Y'all sitting around here thinking that your friend girls are truly your friends. These bitches is miserable. They want to see you miserable too in order to stick around, because misery loves company. Grow the fuck up. Human up. Human up.
Where does she take accountability? Where does she have the opportunity to heal and say, let me develop from this situation and make better decisions in the future?
I'm the exception.
Because your friends reaffirm your behavior.
I'm the exception.
No. But also, like, you have to look at your circle, right? Like, if you're toxic, heavily toxic, right? The likelihood of your best friend being toxic is quite high.
How many people would admit they're genuinely toxic?
Yes.
I think it starts from, I don't know, I
Because like the old school saying says, birds of a feather flock together. I have yet to see pigeons fly with eagles. I've never seen a pigeon fly with eagles. Okay? I've never seen eagles fly with pigeons. I've never seen damn, what's that bird name? What is that bird? Jesus Christ. Damn, what's the bird name? Y'all get the point with the pigeons fly with the pigeons don't fly with eagles. Y'all get that point. And they don't. Eagles fly at a much higher level than pigeons could ever go. So why should an eagle lower itself to a pigeon? And at the end of the day, a pigeon can't even fly that high because the lung pressure would kill a pigeon. Because of the lack of fucking air that an eagle can fly at. Pigeon can't fly that high. Come on, people.
I personally think it starts from like having children, being a mother, because I've got a daughter and a son, And whenever my daughter comes to me and says, oh, Ezra did this to me, I said, okay, what did you do? And then I find out she's done a list of things and I have to hold her accountable for it. I don't, because sometimes, especially being the girl, you get let off with a lot of things.
100%.
And it starts from there, I
I've got
think.
2 younger sisters. So
Yeah,
wait.
exactly.
Yeah.
As soon as my mom,
I don't know about
my mom
that.
shouts my name straight away. It's like, I didn't even, I'm even there.
I'm not even in the house, bro.
But I feel like this is a controversial thing, but I feel like mums love their sons more.
Yeah, but you can say dads love their daughters more.
So both are getting loved.
Yeah.
But it's quite
Really?
common.
I'm my mom's favorite.
Really?
Well, I
I'm
think-
not.
I think it's quite common because the whole thing of okay, it takes a father to raise a man and takes a mother to raise a woman, right?
Right.
So because men and women, we operate differently, right? I will never understand what it means to move in this world as a woman. You will never understand. We play by different rules. So a lot of the time in a lot of families, the mother is the disciplinary for the daughter, and the father is disciplinary for the son. It's like back in the
That's the whole reason of the 2-parent home.
day, it'll be like the father would be like to the son, okay, you need to go out there, you need to slay the snake or the rabbit and come back. And if he doesn't do it, the father beats him, but the mom's like, come here, babe, you did well. Like, I'm proud of you. Equally, the mother to the daughter would be like, okay, you need to fill these basket of berries, right? And maybe she fills 1 basket, not 2. The father's like, oh, my little girl, you got a basket of berries. But the mother's like, no, this isn't good enough because if you're going to be the wife of the home, you need to be able to do this. So I think often, you say daddy's little girl. Do you know what I mean? I
Yeah,
think
but
it's quite often.
there's
Right.
more mummy's boys than daddy's little girls because a lot of people are single parents.
Yes.
No, but a
And there's
caveat-
no
That's the
daddy
thing,
in the
like,
picture.
That's very
women
true.
raise
caveat-
men.
Yeah.
No, they don't. Women.
And I definitely agree with that scenario nowadays. You know what I'm saying? There are more, mother's boys than there are, daddy's little girls because of the dynamic of the home that we have nowadays, of the single parent dynamic. And, I'm gonna cut it out there. But like I said, though, this Just Pearly Things, a clip channel here on YouTube, Real Talk. Y'all see it. Just Pearly Thing Thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all go there, subscribe. For real though, I'm telling you. It is what it is. But yeah. No, this is the thing about it is, like I'm saying, most people are in such type of, all this, quote unquote trauma and things like that. We don't have near as much trauma as people have had throughout the history of the planet. And we want to sit here festering in this little minuscule trauma when we live in the most safest, the most inviting, the most enlightening time in history of the planet. But yet and still, we want to find ways to find ourselves in a victim situation. I think it's repulsive. I think it's ridiculous. I think we need to human the fuck up. Stop trying to be dingbats running around here crazy. And it is what it is. But I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe. Show me some love. Real talk. It is what it is. It is what it is. This has, like I say, hey, I'm your correspondent, Alan Taylor. This has been the Bottom Line News. And that, my friends, is the bottom line.